Hey guys, it's Metro here again. We are going to do an installation video on a new product that just arrived at my door from Shapeways, designed by me. This is the Hammer Jammer, but not really a Hammer Jammer. This is actually the Stout Hammer. I haven't figured out a name yet, but it's basically a stripped down version of the Hammer Jammer. So this is the Hammer Jammer that I introduced a little while ago. It's a pry bar, hammer, screwdriver kind of combo addition to the Leatherman Skeletool. So this is how the Hammer Jammer looks on a Skeletool. And there's like a pry bar, there's a 1/4 inch driver, there's a 4mm driver, there's a Leatherman bit driver here, and that would be attached with the similar way as the Stout Hammer. So the Stout Hammer is what we are going to be looking at today. Just get this out here. So the Stout Hammer attaches the same way. You'll see if you look at the profile, this hole right here corresponds to this hole, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a 5mm long M2 standoff, and that drops in this little hole here. If you're running into problems it fitting, I would take an 1/8 inch drill bit and kind of ream it out just a little bit, just so it slides in and out. Otherwise it's or you can leave it just for a press fit. Then once you've got that in there, you can slide it into the handles here. If you find it a little too loose and you want it a little snugger, you can actually take a pair of pliers and push this in a little bit, because often this profile, because it's bent stainless steel, it will actually have a little bit of a splay to it, and it's nice when it's a little bit more tucked in, and it'll engage more. So oops, it's backwards. So all we need to do is make sure that insert is still in there, slide this in, kind of get that seated just a little bit, and you'll see that the screw and threads are there. And then we're going to take some 4mm long M2 screws. They could be black, they could be silver, anything you want, as long as they are 4mm from tip to tip. I have a whole bunch of these. I have more of them coming and I have more of these inserts coming. So what hopefully I will do is, so far I've been able to assemble kits and then send them out to customers who contact me to get some. Or you can get, I have links in the description as to where to get them. So this just kind of gets it in there. This one will go in loose, and then this side, these are 1.3mm wrenches, and then that will go on this side, and that kind of will go snug. So I will take 2 sets now. It's a little tricky on camera. Give that just a little bit of a torque. You don't want too much. I often will use some of this blue Loctite will also on it, but right now for an installation video, don't need to do that. So that's it. This is pretty stripped down. Like I said, there's no pry tip, there's no anything. It is merely just a hammer to break up ice, to kind of convince something to go into another place. This is the nickel finish, the polished nickel, which I find is, it looks like it's supposed to belong there, which is really nice. It just really complements the Skeletool because it's such a minimalist tool. This adds tons of functionality in terms of being able to use it as a loaded fist to convince something to move over, or to, like I said, break up ice or whatnot. When you do receive this from Shapeways, there's going to be quite a bit of like small details, like our little logo here, and all of the kind of grip area. So I found the best way of actually getting rid of that is using a little brass brush, and then just kind of giving it a brush like that. Don't go too aggressive. I use a brass brush because it's softer than any of the coatings that they use. So that give that a go, and that will make sure that all of the polishing compound, which is like an organic kind of walnut shell, will be expunged. So that's it. This is the Stout Hammer. Still not sure on what to call it yet, but for now it's going to be the Stout Hammer or the Stammer. So that's the installation video. All right, good luck.